Okay, friends, subscribers, and all you YouTubers, we'll start off. That's one of the Nazi UFOs. We have one in the clouds. Now, what we're going to discuss, we're going to talk about fake UFOs. We're going to talk about real UFOs. That's a Billy Meyer one. There's a lot of debate whether Billy's are. That one, apparently, the guy's missing. I still think that's a third phase of the moon fake, by the way. That one's a real one. And yeah, this one, debatable. It looks like people are running, so it could be real. But the thing is, some of them are poor quality photos, folks. I had to take what images I could get. Guess what? Fake, fake. So the thing is, we're going to discuss both fake, real ones. Now we're going to discuss cloud UFOs. We're going to what looks to be that one's a fake, by the way. We're going to discuss old photos. We're going to discuss the whole lot. Now the thing is, I'm sick and tired of all these UFO videos out there that say absolutely nothing. They just show pictures of the damn things. They don't discuss them. They don't do nothing. And basically, yeah, there's one of the old ones, and we've got another Nazi rendition of a Nazi UFO. By the way, folks, the Nazis actually did build these things. There was the Bell Project, and that was an adaptation of the Bell UFO. That's a beam ship from Billy Meyer. Now, there's different types of UFOs. We have bright UFOs that we see illuminated in the night sky. We have UFOs that are just spheres in the sky over towns and different things. We have our discs that are seen from planes. We have little UFOs that are seen from when someone's photographing landscapes or they've just grabbed their camera to capture the UFO. Or they're just simply flying through the air. Or we get these ones. Now, I don't know whether this one's fake or real. Some people say it's fake. Some say it's real. I don't know. That's the problem. Until good analysis is done, that's not UFOs, by the way. They're UFO homes. This guy here, he thinks these are UFOs. They're just bloody pieces of landscape. Now, these ones are interest me. That type of UFO interests me. I'm beginning to wonder they could be, or there could be a reflection of a UFO, of that type of UFO, because that's what they look like when you see them. That's the Baltic Sea UFO. It's supposed to be a UFO crash. Apparently it's stone, by the way. Now, the thing is, it's sort of, UFOs could be stone. Now, yeah, UFO clouds. We see the UFO clouds a fair bit. Now, this is the one that Billy Meyer so-called copied and made a copy of, or someone else made a copy of it and tried to say, oh, Billy Meyer faked the UFO. Now, we get quite a lot of UFOs. We get the standard type with the disc and the dome top, and we get the saucer. Now, this is actually so-called a military one. This was photographed over a military base, and it's basically a military drone, I'd say. Again, we've got beam ships, and we've got one that looks like it's got a cannon on the front. Now, I don't know whether that's a photo of the plane or whether it's faked. That could be fake. But the thing is, we've got real ones. And you can tell they're real. You've only got to look at them to pick a fake from a real one. God, it's damned easy. I do it all the time. Now, in the older photos, yeah, pretty hard to say they're fake. Real. And the thing is, you've got to look at what's available, and some of them could be mistaken for this. This is over Pine Gap. That was apparently one of the ones we're working on in Australia. And you get them over Scotland, you get them over Ireland, you get them over any country. There's no discrimination, and they could be government-built UFOs. Yes, government-built. You heard me. The TR-3B now is debatable whether we own it or whether the aliens own it. The Black Knight satellite, it's a UFO in the sky that's observing us. And by the way, black UFOs are great for space. No bastard can see you. The next best bet is dead set silver, like shiny as anything, so you reflect everything. And you virtually become invisible in space, is what you want to be, is invisible in space. You don't want the nasty bastard. I love that one. I had to include that. The old fake plane. And the thing is, you've got to turn around and you've got to look at what's out there. Now, in the film of this one, it actually transforms from a shape into a sphere. So They have the ability to transform. I call that one the armadillo UFO, by the way. And we get these ones. Now, it's debatable whether this one's real, whether it's fake. That one shut down the whole airport in China. The Billy Meyer UFO. Sorry, folks, just having a drink there. Now, the thing is, you've got to sit down and you've got to look at the evidence. It's one of the ones on 9/11, and apparently there were quite a few found on 9/11. Yeah, I don't know about the army, and I somehow threw that one in. Debatable whether that's real, whether it's just a cloud floating across the sky. Now, this one's got me. This is apparently in Australia somewhere. Again, in the mountains, UFO. Now, it's up to yourself. There was another one up top. It's up to yourself whether you believe in UFOs or you don't. Now, the thing is, if you don't believe, I've got to say this, you're a damned idiot. There are too many UFOs out there, folks, to turn around and say they're real. Oh, no. We're the only ones in the universe. I've got to tell you something. If you think we are the only life forms in the universe, you're an idiot. Okay? We are not the only life forms in the universe. And I'm going to say it again. If you think we're the only ones in the universe, you're a damned idiot. I'm sorry, but you are. There are billions and trillions of planets out there that are most probably billions of years in advancement to us. You're seeing the evidence that they're billions of years advanced to us in this photographic evidence. Okay, I think that one's a fake. But, yeah, I think that's just the sun behind the cloud. And he's saying, oh, look, UFO. The TR-3B. Government owned, yeah, whether we back engineered it. Now, that's supposed to be a Russian UFO, and they've dropped it in the thing. Yeah, that's supposed to be, but whether it's not. We see this all the time, UFOs in the cloud. Now, this one, okay, this one's going to be a subject of another video, because I have solar photos of the sun that actually contain those UFOs. The jellyfish UFO. Okay, who's to say a jellyfish can't float? It's not a gaseous jellyfish. We have them in the sea. There's that UFO again. Okay, I see these little buggers in my security camera. I've always thought they were light refraction. But after seeing some of these photos out there, I'm beginning to think maybe not. They study our power plants. There's quite a lot of UFO evidence where they're studying power plants, military installations. And there's UFOs in Renaissance art. That's going back hundreds of years. So UFOs have been around for a long time. They've always been here. As long as we've been here, they've been here. They've been watching us. And they've most probably said, okay, man has got civilized enough. We'll give them a little bit of technology here. We'll give them a little bit here. And you see photos of government leaders shaking hands with aliens. This one's a good one. I thought this was the third phase of the moon one. Now, okay, I'm going to talk about third phase of the moon channel. Okay, folks, everything you see on third phase of the moon is bloody fake. There's not a single video they put out that's real. To this day, I have not seen one of their videos that's real. They're bloody filmmakers. There's videos of them actually out there making films. The only thing that when the rods, they captured some rods when they were filming a video in the cave. Or the rods might have been fake. I've actually captured rods and my security cameras. They look a hell of a lot different. But I don't know whether they decided, okay, we'll go into this and we'll make our name and we'll get ourselves a TV show on UFOs, not realising that because they've made so many bloody fakes, no one's ever going to believe them. They're never, ever going to get on the TV because they're fake artists. I'm sorry. Yet they could make a bloody fortune. Oh, that's a real Nazi UFO, by the way. And the flying saucer, not UFO, it's identified. It's a Nazi one. That's a smoke ring, that one. Now, the thing is, with third phase of the moon, they could make a small fortune, actually big fortune, in making UFOs for the film industry. Because they're pretty bloody good at their designs. I'll admit that. Their designs are great. They're too good. That's why you can pick a third phase of the moon fake in a second. They're too real. Like they're beyond real is more the word. They're beyond real. And Blake Cousins gets up there and says, I'm Blake Cousins. Oh, okay, now that's a star, okay? And I'm sorry, that's a star. It's not a UFO, it's a star. It's a moving star. Look at my moving suns video and you'll see all about that one. Okay, that one, yeah, a bit iffy about that one. Could be real. Those, I see them a lot. Most of my UFO reports, when I get out there and go and look up a UFO report, they were those little ones that you see there with the two sides, the black sides. Okay, we see these ones a lot. We see these ones a lot. And it's like when you see the the Los Angeles UFO. A lot of people look at it and everything, and they say, "Oh, where is it? Where is it?" But when it comes up, I'll point it out. It's not actually a little dot. It's actually, now look at that. Is that a UFO? Is it a reflection? You can see the little thing. I think the reflection is actually coming off it. UFOs in history, look, there was a little plane beside that as well. So that is not the only one. There's that one with the helicopter in it as well. Temple of Osiris, I think they come from. The Black Knight satellite, it's called. It's been up there for quite some time. I believe it's been up there watching us. Now look at it. It's black. This is sorry, this one's not the Black Knight. It's a different one. Oh yeah, the Flying Chariot. Something they go down and fly in Mexico, scare the shit out of the Mexicans. That's it, built by the Yanks. And it's public knowledge. Yeah, cockpit, plane, UFO. Oh, what's that? A rocket? Could be a missile. Yeah, sorry about the quality of some of these. They're just how I found them. So you've got to look at what's out there. So government and Obama, okay? Obama, you're a bloody idiot if you don't disclose the truth of UFOs. And by the way, from what I hear, you're not going to be in power too much longer because they're going to impeach you. I think that's most probably the best thing any country could do. Japanese zero, UFOs behind it. When they were filming a plane, they spotted a couple of UFOs. Orbs, man, orbs are everywhere. I see them in my security cameras all the time, man. They're freaky. They go through walls. There's something. That's a subject of another one. Okay, everybody thinks that they're UFOs. They're not. That's a farm. It's just a new way of farming. Yeah, you see it a lot. Someone's saying, oh, aliens are doing something to our Earth and putting messages on it. They're not. They're farming. Okay, that's the Russian one. That's a picture of that Russian UFO where they go inside it. So you get to see inside that one if you watch the film. Oh yeah, that's a recent one over one of the American airports. I think that's the TR-3B or the Manta Ray one. I'm unsure. There's so many different types of UFOs out there. Yet governments say to us, "Oh, it's swamp gas." Okay, I can't see a swamp. Okay, swamp gas. Oh fuck. Sorry, I didn't mean to say that. Yeah, there's no swamp gas on the moon, folks. Sorry about that. Yeah, to all the mums and dads out there, I didn't mean that. Okay, we have the Dome Shop UFO. Oh, yeah, we have the Temple of the Dome UFO. Yeah, that one, very good one. Now, that's the one that Billy Meyer is supposed to have copied and made the fake one. When we get to that, I'll point that out. But I think someone else made it and tried to make him look like a fraud. So we don't know about Billy Meyer. There's a lot of iffity because it has been proven that Billy Meyer's so-called aliens are a couple of singers. I guess what? I think that one's fake, folks. Yeah, there it is. Look at the shape of it. You can actually see the triangular shape of the UFO in that one. That was the Los Angeles one. This one, she's taking a photo of it. Now, I wouldn't worry about the little UFO that they've captured. I'd worry about the big motherfucker mothership that's hidden up in that one. Oh, I've done it again. Oh, I'm so sorry, mums and dads. It's late in the night. I've had a few and before I made this video. So sorry about that one. And you've got to look. Okay, guess what? Fake. It's orientation. Too much. Now look at this. These are the ones that I thought were white. But I'm beginning to think they could be real now. I see them in my security camera all the time. Looks a bit freaky. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Could be a UFO. Wow. Not UFO because it's identified they're working on it, so it's not unidentified. They know exactly what it is. So our governments do know what it is. Apparently, a UFO hit a wind turbine. Must have been drunk. TR-3B. And we see little ones and we see big ones. So, now this one's a good one. That one's a very freaky one. And it's a new style. That one I think could have been another third phase of the moon that they put out under a different name. But I still think there's possibility on that one. Okay, we have the standard trench style UFOs, the manta ray or a TR3B. You make up your own mind on that one. The TR3B, that one's an easy one. And yeah, that's a real photo. We have that lady taking another photo of that UFO, and she's captured herself in the process. Now, the thing is, when you do it and when you talk about it, pressure your governments to disclose UFOs. Right, now that one's a freaky one. I like this one. If it's fake, it's a damn good one because it's about the best fake I've seen ever. It was in the third phase of the moon. That one came out of Japan. Yeah. Now, that UFO is over a site where there's constant UFO activity. And, yeah, that's the American drone that was getting transported down the highway in America recently, and everybody thought it was UFO. It was quite a good one. About 2 weeks, this UFO, then they actually had to go public about it because of it. Now, the thing is, we have different types. We have cylindrical types. We have all different types of UFOs. Now, talking about UFOs, all right, I'm going to disclose something. I've been working on the subject on how they fly for some years. Now, I propose that when the Hindenburg was developed, okay, we got cigar-shaped ones, all right? When the Hindenburg was developed, we made one vital big mistake. Oh yeah, that's not a mistake. That's God's gift to men. Now the thing is, it's basically lighter than aircraft. Okay, theoretically, a lighter than aircraft can go all the way up the atmosphere and all the way back in. Okay, theoretically, no, it's fact. Recently, we had a guy jump from the edge of the atmosphere on a helium balloon. So, okay, a helium balloon can go all that way up and leave the atmosphere. Then guess what? So can we in a lighter than aircraft. Right? They're just missiles and shit like that. They're transporting something up there for sure. But lighter than the aircraft, good way of going up and down in the atmosphere to get us in and out of the atmosphere. Now, the saucer shape is the most logical shape, something like that. Now, that's the ring is the UFO, by the way. And the thing is, you've got to turn around and you've got to think about a submarine. A submarine goes up and down in the water. We use gases, air to pump out the ballast difference. Okay, a lighter than aircraft operates the same way, but in a gaseous area, i.e. above the water. Now, water is just solid gas. So basically, if water can do it, so therefore air can do it, i.e. that jellyfish UFO we saw earlier. Now, that beast is seen just after the trade towers collapsed. And basically, bit scary, that sort of thing. That's over the Russian power plant. That's the same one that was over Russia. And Japan. Now, the thing is, going back to the lighter than aircraft, when you've got a lighter than aircraft, okay, you basically drop a frisbee upside down. That frisbee drops. It drops perfectly to the ground. And I mean perfectly. It's the most logical shape for a craft that goes up and down mainly. So what if these craft are lighter than aircraft, i.e. they said Roswell was a balloon? So think about it. That's what got me onto the thing. Okay, are these lighter than aircraft? And the way they're moving, they're being pushed around the bloody wind because they're lighter than air. So they're getting shoved around and at the mercy of the elements. But they use that lighter than air to enter our atmosphere and just observe us as they can. Now, there's the bottom of that thing. Now, yeah, I'm starting to think, shit, we get a lot of UFOs over Carrington. Now, the thing is, TR3B over an area in the 1800s. So you've got to turn around and you've got to look at what is out there. You've got to look at the fact that they're in art. They're everywhere. They follow us. So why is the government continually telling us that's swamp gas? Oh shit, sorry, that's the moon. Okay, that's swamp gas. Man, that's a cloud. They think we're idiots. Or they think we're mushrooms. They try and keep us, they feed us bullshit, keep us in the dark. It's about time that we fed them the bullshit, put them in the dark, in a jail, for bloody lying to us all the time. And Obama, from what I hear, that's where you're headed. So yeah, good idea to put that mongrel away. He's caused too much drama. He was supposed to end the war, and instead he's just increased it. Now the thing is, you've got to turn around, and if you don't pressure your own governments, that's fake because there's no reflection in the water. If you don't pressure your governments constantly, it's never going to get released. Again, World War II, yeah, fake photo, yeah, released, pick it. Now the thing is, guess what? Fake. The thing is, you've got to turn around and you've got to say, look, it's time to disclose the fact that aliens are real, because there's trillions of planets out there. That's that ring UFO again. There's trillions of planets out there, and if you think that we're only real, by the way, that's actually real. That's the German one, TR3B. Now, if you think we are the only life forms out there in the galaxy and in the universe, guess what? You're an idiot. And I mean, you're an absolute halfwit. No other word for it. Fake. Good reflection, though. Good work, that one. I like that one. Now, the thing is, when you see something in the sky, if you see it and you think that looks sus, take a photo of the damn thing. There were so many photos out there. I gave up after 2 hours of downloading photos one day, and it took me a couple of months to get all the photos that I've got here and everything, looking around and finding all the different ones, resourcing every single photograph that I could, because I wanted to find as many real photos there. Now, that's the Russian one. Oh, yeah. Well, we'll sit in the cloud. No one will see us. There's a ring UFO again. Okay, so 3 ring UFOs. I'd say they're pretty much a type of UFO. Now, guess what? I think that one might be fake. Fake. So, turn around. Think of what's out there. Think of what's seen. Think about everything you have ever been told by your government. And turn around and say, uh-oh, because you're lying to us, mate. They're real. We know it. Stop hiding the fact. Tell us the bloody truth and get it over and done with. Let's make contact with these people. Okay, if they're dangerous, let's prepare for them. Let the whole world prepare for them if they're dangerous. Don't just hide the fact and think you can prepare. You're most probably better off with a population that knows, okay, well, yeah, okay, we're looking at a threat, and we could be. Yeah, okay, we accept that. That's a good one. Google Earth, man. Caught that one. That's actually a bloody good one. Yeah, I think that one might be fake. And again, I think that's fake. Juxtaposed. Pointing out the hands of concentration of the photo. That's when you can tell. Something like that, you generally can tell it's fake. When they put a hand deliberately pointing at something. Yeah. So, UFO clouds. Yeah. They're not actually pointing to the cloud. They're pointing to the UFO underneath it. So that could have been a real one. Yeah, that's a fake. In another photo, they've got a fishing rod suspended in that one. They've been proven to be real. The Trent in America. Again, UFOs sitting in the clouds thinking they're hiding from us, and the government's telling us, oh no, that's just a cloud formation. Bloody perfect circles in clouds, yeah. And they look like it's revolving around something. And yet they think we're dumb. Swamp gas. Swamp gas. That's Area 51. You can see the bloody shadow of the damn thing. Okay, that's, yeah, swamp gas. Yeah, really? Swamp gas. For years. That's what we've been told. Oh, it's a meteorological event. Or it's swamp gas. Yeah, that one could pass for swamp gas. Someone, a big turtle done a big fart in the swamp and made that thing. Swamp gas. Okay, so if you believe this is swamp gas, put up your hand. But if you do, you're a friggin' idiot. I'm sorry, but there's so many people out there that actually believe the bullshit the government feeds them, and they do. They truly say, oh, they're the ones, they're the skeptics. Now, my skeptics, I love skeptics, man. I'm an abductee. The skeptics say, oh, UFOs aren't real. I say, okay, well, I'm an abductee. Oh, yeah, really? Yeah, imagine it, mate. Well, I say, okay, well, if I'm imagining it, tell me what that frigging thing in that scan, which is the implant in my head, and I've got a scan of it. You can have a look at my video. Only implants are real. Go and have a look at that video. You'll see implants are real because it's in my bloody head. Now, there's pictures of volcanoes. UFOs around, they love volcanoes. One of my UFO experiences, a volcano was in it. But the strange thing is, in the experience, we're standing around a volcanic pit inside the volcano. They're wearing work overalls, and they're working around this little pit of volcano lava or whatever, and using it for something, i.e., most probably making craft. But it was actually inside a volcano. And it really, truly was. I'm sorry, but that was one of my experiences. I could talk about my experiences for hours because I've had too many of them. I most probably get once, twice a month I get an experience. And the thing is, now this was a good one. Pretending to be an iceberg above the water. And that was a real photo, the Black Knight. Okay, but it's not the Black. They weren't all the Black Knight. There were many different UFOs. Someone said, "Oh, they're all the Black Knight." They're not. There was actually 3 different UFOs. Now, when you see these black ones, and they're in space, okay, again, another black one. Okay, why are they black? Okay, in space, space is black. If you're hiding from something, you want to be dark so you can't be seen. The best way to cloak yourself in space is to be black. So when you're in space and you're hiding, you want to be as dark as possible. So yeah, it might say, okay, there could be some nasty buggers out there. And from what apparently is in history, that's that one where the so-called Billy Meyer fake of the top of the milk can and everything. I think someone else made it actually. But the thing is, you've got to turn around and you've got to look at absolutely everything that is out there. And yeah, that one's a fake because it's made up. Looks like it's something in America. That one's where I'd say it's actually slowing down in our atmosphere into a while. Guess what? Military drone. You moment you see those, you know straight up they're military drones. So we UFOs for a while, but we know now they're drones because they sell them as bloody toys for your iPhone. So you've got to look, and you've got to see what is available out there. You've got to make your own mind up. There's that iceberg one that's above the water. The Black Knight, 3 different versions of it, but it's not. There's 4. There's 4 separate craft just captured at different times because there's a lot of damned UFOs out there, folks. And I mean, there's a lot of UFOs out there. So turn around, hassle your government. Tell them it's time for disclosure. It's time to tell the truth. We're not going to run away and hide. For God's sake, just tell us the truth. Because we've got pictures of Renaissance art with bloody UFOs in it. God, we know they've been here for a long while. Stop hiding the truth. We know you get technology for free. How do you think we've advanced so quick in such a short period of time? They did it with the Egyptians. They're doing it with us now. So it's about time that disclosure happened. And to all the little skeptics out there, grow up. Think about it. We're alone? Go back, put your head in a hole, and say, oh, I'm too scared to admit the truth that UFOs are real. If they're real, then there's going to be aliens going to come and take me. You want to know something? Most of the experiences I've had when I'm in my duck, most of them have been quite, how would you say, not scary. I wouldn't say pleasurable because they never ever let me bloody do anything. But I do remember certain things out of some of them. I've been tested. So, look, man, Yeah, some people have had bad experiences. I do admit that. Some of us, they haven't been so bad. We've been treated nice. Or we just forget what's the bad stuff. Yeah, fake. So just sit back, relax, look at the skies. Never take your eyes off the sky. Because guess what? If you keep your eye on the sky, skeptics, you might one day see a bloody UFO and you'll turn around really fast. Oh, fake. I'm sure that one's fake. It's hidden up on top of a tree. Yeah, really. And again, volcanoes, UFOs, volcanoes, something's going on. So all I can say is sit back and imagine what could happen if they disclosed the truth and we said, hey, look, come down, land on our planet. Yeah, spitballs on the camera lens. Yeah, real smart. And let's negotiate and talk. And let's take their technology. Because that's what the government would be saying. Let's get their technology quick. But we don't have to take their technology straight away. Yeah, we want to be on equal terms with them, but do you really think they're going to give us, a nuclear warmongering race, bloody technology that can propel them into deep space with nuclear friggin' weapons? Yeah, that's why the government shoot them down. Because they won't give us the technology. They most probably offered us a little bit at a time and said, when you grow up, sort of like Star Trek. I think Star Trek may have been the way of doing it. I've seen images out there on Google of Sky that make me wonder if maybe the Borg cube was the reason why we got the Borg cubes is because there's things out there that look like Borg cubes. So there's things out there that you don't get told every single day. But if they tell you that's swamp gas, tell them to go and get stuffed to wake up and grow up, because UFOs are real, no matter what anybody tells you. And look to the skies, and one day